Tupac Shakur is one of the most psychologically complex artists we have ever seen. When people talk about him, they usually talk about the music, the drama, or the mythology. But when you look deeper, you start to understand why his presence hit people the way it did. Tupac understood human emotion on a level most artists never reach. He could take anger, pain, love, fear, and hope, and deliver all of it in a way that felt personal to whoever heard it. Hit like if you remember Tupac. Psychologically, Tupac had what we call emotional duality. He could be soft and vulnerable in one moment and fierce the next. And that switch was not confusion. It was expression. Humans are not one thing. And Tupac lived that truth out loud. When he talked about struggle, he was not performing, he was processing. Every verse was a therapy session with a rhythm. Another reason Tupac's impact was so strong is his ability to connect with the collective experience. He tapped into the psychology of the people around him. He understood what it meant to grow up without stability, without trust, without safety. When he spoke about injustice, it was not just anger, it was clarity. His mind recognized patterns in society and called them out in a way that felt undeniable. Hit subscribe if you want more content like this. Tupac also carried the psychology of leadership. He had charisma mixed with conviction. People followed him because he spoke to the part of them that wanted to be seen, heard, and understood. He gave voice to people who never had one. That is why his influence feels spiritual to some and threatening to others. True leadership forces people to confront truth, even when it is uncomfortable. And underneath all of that was a young man dealing with trauma. Trauma that shaped him, drove him, and sometimes broke him. But even that became part of his message. When Tupac said he might not change the world, but he would spark the mind that would, he was speaking from a place of psychological resilience. He believed in the power of thought even when he doubted the world around him. Tupac's mind was a storm of passion, purpose, pain, and hope, and that mix is why people still study him, quote him, and feel him decades later. His psychology was not perfect, but it was real, and that realness is the reason Tupac is not just remembered as a rapper, but as a voice that still echoes in the minds of anyone who ever needed truth spoken out loud. Hit like if you forgot. I promise we won't hold it against you this time.